Hello, folks. It's time for another part of Dragon Age Inquisition. Just double checking that we're working. Yep, we are. Okay. Let me just get the stream up on my phone. This is going to be as long as I can, but Mr. Plinkett just released a new review on Red Letter Media, and I really I've got to get over there and watch that as quickly as possible. I'm honestly surprised he hasn't done more already. I think it's Mike from Red Letter Media who does the Mr. Plinkett stuff, and Rich Evans plays him in other reviews. If you haven't seen Red Letter Media stuff, go and watch it. Absolutely amazing. Oh, war table. War table. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Let's get a job for my dudes.
Inquisitor.
Good. Got the lads a job. Gotta get the lads a job. Okay, Hunterfell takes forever.
Are you all right, Leliana? Are you? I suppose not. Haven was trying.
There's a lot to do here. Gain Orzamar's friendship though. Wouldn't mind doing that. Why are we busy? Gain Orzamar's friendship.
Let us begin.
Yeah, let's get Orzamar's friendship, why not?
Inquisitor.
Okay, we've all got something to do. Off we go. What level am I? Level 10.
My scouts report no signs of danger in the pass nearby.
I will arrange patrols to ensure it stays that way.
Okay, let's get out there. Sure, I'm going to take Dorian because he's fabulous. I'll take Cassandra because I like Cassandra. And I'll take Iron Ball, I guess. I always take those characters though. Won't take coal on this one. I'll take them for now. Off to the Western Approach we go. One of my favourite places is the Western Approach. It's lovely to look at. It's beautiful to look at. You know, and it's one of those places where the art style of Inquisition really does help it. Places like the Emerald Graves look too beautiful to me, you know, and the Hinterlands. Hinterlands is not what England looks like, and that's what Ferelden is based on, medieval England. The Hinterlands is not what it looks like.
Welcome to the Western Approach. We've sighted Warden activity to the southwest, but no one's been close enough to figure out what they're doing. Between the sandstorms and the vicious wildlife, we haven't made it far out here. One of my men got too close to a poison hot spring and gave me a slightly delirious report of a high dragon flying overhead. In short, this might just be the worst place in the entire world. Be careful out there.
Are you worried about me?
Someone has to be. And try not to die. I don't want to deliver that report to Skyhold. We intercepted a Venatori messenger and, persuaded him to give up the orders he was carrying. We have them here. This entire place. It just feels like something's not right. Be careful.
Just going through what would be in Kanos' head. Because he's just insane for that shit. Okay. Dorian Chanticoat. That would be pretty good for Dorian, yeah. So what would you have? The Sunless Staff. No. Well, you've got a Fire Staff at the moment. You may as well have the Sunless Staff. Okay. Yep. Yep. So she's got an axe at the moment, which doesn't, you know, it's not that great, but yeah. What armor can you have on? You really can't have any armor at all. Okay. What weapons do you have, young man? You can have that, but it looks silly. Just a big maul thing. Yeah, we'll leave that for now.
Inquisitor, I have something for you.
Go away. Oh, there's a thing right here. Levels around here. 10. Okay, we're basically has killed everyone there with the windmill. He basically just murdered everything there with the whirlwind, which I appreciate a lot. Okay. I really do love the music in the Western Approach. It's one of my favourite areas, to be honest with you. There's lots of nice little things, little hidey holes for you to check out that I really, really appreciate. And it's one of the areas in the game I think is just lovely. It really is nice.
Bandits? But they would have taken the carts. I don't like this.
After we've done this one, I'm probably going to take everyone back to Skyhold, and we'll head to the Black Emporium to get some crafting materials. Then we'll probably make some better armor and stuff. To be honest. There's spiders here that I'm not very fond of.
What are the odds that all these people just happen to die here? Stolen supplies. Who in the world would send anything out here?
What happened here? Whoever did this has a lot to answer for.
Let's see.
A chantry symbol out here. Odd.
See what I mean? Like the crispness and the beauty of the textures. It works here, especially when you see how they've done the sun and the sand and stuff. I mean, this is ultra graphics, and it is absolutely gorgeous. But like in the hinterlands and in the Emerald Graves, it doesn't really work. It's too beautiful, it's too serene, it's too perfect. Whereas here, it's gritty, and you can tell it's not very nice. It looks like Venom, this place. It looks like a fucking desert. In fact, in Saga, the setting that I made, the reason why I love this way the Western approach looks so much is because the Asunder, where, you know, the northern deserts, this is exactly what I imagined it would look like. Exactly like this. Especially further north. Valemont Pass.
We're fighting her, right? Tell me we're fighting her, boss.
We're not fighting. That sounds close. I was going to take Blackwall here with me, but he doesn't like my Inquisitor, and my Inquisitor doesn't like him, so...
The trail leads on.
Like, you know, Canos does not trust him as far as he can fucking throw him. He just cannot. He just does not trust him. Have you noticed that elf fruit grows everywhere, even in sand? Climates like this. I'm guessing we can't go through here, right? Oh no, we can. Cool. No, we can't go any further though.
This isn't working, boss. Someone in that Skyhold house.
Sounds like me when we're streaming. At least I'm not the only one, cannot. Well, it looks like we can't go up here yet. Which I kind of like. You know, it means that you're doing the quest as they want you to do them. I don't want to go too far and get my ass whooped, so you know I get what they're doing. Hey, the things are closed on there, isn't it? You want the XP? That'd be nice.
We should search the area.
In a minute.
One down!
They're not surviving. No way.
This might be a decent place for a spot of camping.
For a spot of camp.
Dispatch for you.
Go away. Silly woman. My missus sent a photo. Oh, looks lovely. My missus lives in like one of those beautiful areas I've ever seen, to be honest. Kind of jealous. Well, I'm not jealous that much. I'm gonna live there myself pretty soon, but well, not there, but as nearer to it as we can get, really. Since there's a steady drift down here, I say we're going. Know what they are, bring it all up. heard something the other day about there being a remake of Knights of the Old Republic. Because there was a mod being made for Knights of the Old Republic. Not for Knights of the There's a complete new game being made by a bunch of fans to remake Knights of the Old Republic in a brand new engine. And they got a cease and desist order from EA. It's like EA, instead of just being full of hearts and pretending that and not doing anything about it themselves, they decided to not fuck the cards and start doing Then again, one guy from EA did say that remakes are not what they do. So seriously, if they did send that cease and desist order and made it remake it. You may as well release it and let them do it if you know what I mean. How much money are they really making on Knights of the Old Republic? Down here. Get this other place. What is that? Serpent stone.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
Nope.
Thank the Maker. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone. Have you come to observe the wildlife too?
I think I found your supplies. A dead man out in the desert had these on him.
Dead? Blessed Andraste. What about Marcus or Jeannette? This is terrible news. I am Frédéric of Serrault, foremost researcher of draconology in Orlais. I came here with an expedition from the university. But the others are all missing, and our work has been halted. White Claw raiders have made off with much of our supplies. You will help me reclaim the equipment, will you not? You will champion the advancement of science.
You're a scholar. What can you tell me about this region?
The Western Approach is a remarkable place, as you are no doubt aware. Many magnificent creatures make their home here. Vargusts, dragons, phoenixes. They thrive where few others can. The land was poisoned by the Second Blight. The Warden Fortress has stood since that time. Before the Blight, the ancient Imperium ruled here. Actually, I saw some Tevinters recently. Studying the runes, perhaps.
The rest of your team went missing, and there are raiders all over the area. Should you be here alone?
I don't know what happened to the rest of the expedition, but the raiders have left me completely undisturbed. I have also seen Grey Wardens and strangers in odd black clothing, but they all ignore my presence completely.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a professor at the University of Orlais. I have made it my life's work to write the definitive monograph on the hunting habits of dragons and their closest kin. On this trip alone, I have produced 20 scrolls of notes. More scholarship than has ever been done on the Southern Vargest. But my hope My great ambition is to observe the abyssal high dragon taking her prey. A sight no scholar has ever recorded.
I have the supplies you were waiting for right here.
Some of our equipment is still missing. If you happen to find more of it, please let me know.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Yeah, don't you dare thank me, mate, you know.
So, everyone else who enters this desert dies, but they leave Frederick alone. Odd.
Maybe they don't see him as a threat. But anyway, he's given me enough answers, to be honest with you. Oh, we could get that while we're here. Let's go close this. Get a bit more XP.
It seems very... Return whenever you like. I'm always glad of the company of a fellow scholar.
Do I look like a scholar?
The end must be nearby.
There's gotta be a way up here. There we go. Nearly leveled. I'm not interested in the Grey Warden stuff. Like, I'm not doing... My character doesn't believe that he's at that, that Blackwall's a Grey Warden, so why the hell would he get Grey Warden stuff for him? I'm not just saying that because he isn't in the story, folks. Like, if you watch the last part, you'll actually see, like, my character literally pulls him up and says, hang on a second, I don't trust you. You know, I don't think you're a Grey Warden. Not in those words, but, like, you know, he basically just implies, like, yeah, all the Wardens are hearing the calling, even Stroud, who's just as far away from the calling from Gryphius as you are, and yet, you know, you're okay. Funny that, isn't it? He's like, I don't have to listen to these accusations, but my guy just doesn't trust him. I think there's something off about him. And he'd be right, of course.
I'm glad you made it, Inquisitor. I fear they've already started the ritual.
Blood magic, I'd wager. You can smell it. Or see the corpses. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Where are your dual daggers, Hawk?
Wait! No.
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong!
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death,
I'm sorry.
sacrifice. Good. Now bind it just as I showed you. Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
You are no warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
I've killed demons before. If I have to kill a few warden mages as well, so be it.
You may have to kill a few, yes. Wardens, hands up. Hands down.
Corypheus has taken their minds.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Even to Vinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
Corypheus marching across Orlais with an army of demons. I was shown that back at the Seeker Fortress.
And now you know how it begins. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They're now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
Do you really want to see the world fall to the Blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless Darkspawn. The Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
No, Livius, you're the tool.
As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City, we, the Venatori, will be his god kings here in the world.
So Corypheus influenced the Wardens and made them do this ritual?
Made them? No! Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons, The Wardens did it of their own free will. Fear is a very good motivator, and they were very afraid. You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
A blight happens when dark spawn find an old god and corrupt it into an archdemon. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, woof, no more blights, ever. The Wardens sacrificed their lives and saved the world. Although I fear history will remember them a little differently now.
Why would Clarel risk using demons?
Demons need no food, no rest, no healing. Once bound, they will never retreat, never question orders. They are the perfect army to fight through the deep roads. Or across Olay. Now they are bound to my master.
That's all I needed to know.
Oh, please. The Elder One showed me how to deal with you in the event you're foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be... Kill them!
Not even a workout.
So, that went well.
You were correct. Through their ritual, the mages are slaves to Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Oh, of course. It's not real blood magic until someone gets sacrificed.
The mages killed their fellow Wardens. Nothing can justify that.
I don't care about justification. It's past time to take arms against the Wardens and stop this madness.
The Wardens were wrong, Hawk, but they had their reasons.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I believe I know where the Wardens are, Your Worship. Erimond fled in that direction. There's an abandoned Warden fortress that way. Adamant.
I want these Wardens. We cannot let Corypheus gain an army of demons.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Look at that water down there. Lovely. Or is it a... No, it's not. I think that's a chasm. Wow. Okay. Let's go capture that keep. I think once we've done that, there's not really much else we can do here yet until we get more things done on the war table. I really like how the game tries to spread out. You know, it tries to encourage you to not try and do everything at once. I think that's quite cool. Power. That's good. Good. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's get these dudes. I wonder what he approves of. Was kicking ass, maybe? I don't know. We're taking Griffin Wing Keep, definitely. Give us a lot more control in the region.
Now, Venatori, throw yourself on the fire!
Don't keep them waiting, it's so impolite.
Already done. Come back here, little bitches.
Venatori! Prepare them! We serve Inquisitor in life and in death!
I'll smell that.
Lure them out!
Put him at the top of this. Fucking annihilated him. Who's next?
Here, Inquisitor! I am ready to serve!
Slap a coat of paint on it, you'd have a halfway decent hovel.
Yeah, I agree.
Inquisitor, you're early. We've barely been set up a week. I have a patrol out at the moment. Some of the men sighted darkspawn in the area. I have reports that bandits have taken up squatting in the fortress the wardens abandoned. We're reasonably well entrenched here, but the keep's water supply has been problematic. It's causing delays. I'll prepare the troops for inspection at once.
Report, Captain. What's the situation in the western approach?
Business as usual, Inquisitor. Sandstorms, deadly wildlife, people other than us mad enough to come out here. If anything noteworthy happens, you'll know.
Report. What's the situation in the Warden's fortress?
Bandits moved in. Worse than quillbacks, if you ask me. They're holed up in there, using it as a base to strike at our supply caravans. Blasted scavengers.
What can you tell me about the darkspawn in the area?
The Darkspawn seem to have emerged since we took the keep. I've warned the troops not to engage unless absolutely necessary. We don't need a blight in the ranks. We have to find whatever hole the monsters came from and seal it.
What's wrong with the water supply?
The fort's well is full of garbage. Blasted Venatori threw corpses in there. There's an oasis nearby, but a Vargast claimed it. Doing a decent job of keeping us away, too. 4 soldiers have already fallen to venom and claws. We'll need reinforcements to drive the monster out.
We haven't met, have we? What's your name, soldier? Where have you served?
I beg your pardon, Inquisitor. Knight Captain Rylan at your service. I served with the Templars in Starkhaven until they all ran off to the hills, barking at the moon. Commander Cullen offered me a job, and I was glad to do anything to help stop all this madness.
Carry on, Captain.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Let's get down there. Then we'll do the water supply. Then we'll come back. I think what we'll do tonight is I'll do the I'll sort these 2 quests out obviously, and then I'll go do Cassandra's
Did you hear what
quest.
happened to Marcus?
Fell into the hot spring. Saw him in the infirmary. It wasn't good. I saw what was left of his armor. I can guess.
Do Cassandra's quest. Then we'll gear up for the assault on the Wardens. We got nice new gear and we're ready to go.
Don't handle the merchandise.
And then we'll
Did you see those Venatori run?
and then tomorrow we'll do the full sorry.
The Darkspawn got through. I'll have to see what our people at Skyhold can do.
I really do sound like me. Let's kill these then.
One down!
Sorry about that, guys. I've really, yeah, get a tingle in the throat. Yeah, I'm sure you can notice I'm not really doing all of the quests. I'm doing the ones that would make sense to a military commanding, you know, to a guy who's commanding the Inquisition. I'm doing those quests. Which is why I haven't gone to Redcliffe yet, because it's just full of stupid quests that, you know, the commander of the Inquisition would not be fucking doing. Which is what I loved about Awakening when they did that. You were the commander of the Grey Wardens, so nobody gave you stupid fucking quests to do. You know, they wouldn't dare do that, because you were a legend, you know? They wouldn't even dare do anything like that to you. That thing, I wish I'd have read that now. It says, can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? It was one of the things that if you had a clever warden, it would literally always fucking say. I'm not going down there. Fuck it. Oh, so we've done this water tastes funny. That's all done. I'll do that when I get back. Let's head back to Skyhold for now.
Someone emptied a whole bag of turnips into the fire. Ah, Mecca, the smell is everywhere. I was going to use them for dinner and then... I can't recall who took them.
She did what to the Duc de Freyen? He's demanding an explanation. And a new stateroom. Give him a room on the other wing. I will speak to him. And Sarah. Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by Corypheus?
Corypheus claimed it's a spell gone wrong.
I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation. How credulous of me.
The anchor's nothing more special than a misfired spell.
At least you had the good fortune to take it from Corypheus. Does it hurt? The anchor, that is.
Only when I laugh.
Very good, Inquisitor.
I like you, Canos. It's a cool customer.
I tracked that Venatori mage back to Adamant Fortress. They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Oh, it's been great. Murderous wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here? Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change. You can't always control how. I tracked the Wardens to Adamant Fortress, Inquisitor. Your specialists have my full report.
Cool. Things when Hawk's here, he's got it for every single second because he's your character, and I think that's really fucking cool. More healing potion. Yeah, we could always do with that. More healing potions. Let's see how the boys got on. Adar, demons. You got us demons. Some of them were on fire. You're the best, Adar. You don't even have to replace that broken blade for me now, or even Chakrakar. Yeah. Our emissaries are returned, or Zamaris pledged to our cause. Oh. Legion of the Dead, cool.
It's a bit cold in here, don't you think? We are in the mountains.
I'm more concerned about everything scattering whenever there's a draft.
Let's see what we have.
Get that double agent. And yeah, you can do that.
At your service.
Can we get some merchant princes? Also, yeah, the Black Emporium. That's what we want. This particular message from Xenon the Antiquarian and the Black Emporium was hand-delivered by a cloaked figure at twilight, precisely as the sun disappeared beneath the peaks. My men spied the courier lurking about our outer gates for at least an hour waiting for the sunset, a servant under the command of some very specific instructions, I assume. Okay. Let's go to Kirkwall. I'll do it on my own, it's fine. Pity you don't get to actually see Kirkwall, but you know. It does look like underneath Kirkwall as well. I'll give him that. Kirkwall signs on the candles, very nice.
Everything is for sale. Except the rejuvenating oils. Those are for my personal use.
This guy, Xenon the Antiquarian, is actually voiced by Nicholas Bolton, the same guy who does Hawk, unbelievable. You can actually jump on the Antiquarian. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Help yourself to a sock from the basket. But only one! Would you consider allowing me to acquire your hand? After your death, of course.
Do you know what? Actually no, I can't say it's a spoiler. But yeah, you can have it in a certain point. By Master Working, Scribed Axe. Crafting materials. Quite expensive. Leisureite would be good. $21 leisureite, that's good. some of these. Oh, these are all the amazing weapons you can actually get. Okay. We've got some already.
Send my regards to the Lady Ambassador. Her ancestor visited the Emporium in the Blessed Age. I sold her a candle mounted with the severed hand of a first acolyte of Raziel. I wonder, do the Montiliers still have it in their possession? I should like to see it again.
There was a basket of freebies around here.
At least no one will point and laugh.
I didn't change anything, fuck you.
Where's my back scratcher?
Okay, I need a two-handed schematic. A good two-handed schematic. You don't seem to have a good schematic. That's fine. There we go. Pack this guy home. So we should be able to get outfitted now. In fact, I think we won't do Cassandra's thing tonight. It's getting quite late, so I think we'll just finish it here once I've made my stuff, and then
Law has asserted itself.
We'll see. Not much better than the road, you ask me.
There's no one else.
Inquisitor?
The Arcanist has arrived?
You should see for yourself.
Hello there.
Well, don't just stand there slack-jawed. Let's figure out what you need.
You're the magical advisor?
You're him, the Inquisitor. I'm Dagna. Arcanist Dagna. It's an honor, your worship. Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty. And the breach was pretty too, in a destroy everything sort of way.
I welcome you to the Inquisition, and look forward to your contribution.
Me too. I've heard some impossible things. I love impossible things. Those are the best to make, well, possible. I've looked at Herod's devices. The precision is fantastic, but typical. Mundane. Old thinking. No disrespect meant to the classical trades, but You need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
Get out. I asked myself that question for years. Turns out, not in Orzammar. I had to start at a circle. I had help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. The wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
You seemed impressed by the anchor. What does it look like to you?
I heard what everyone says what you heard Carithia say. That's a long chain of who said what's. To me, it says key. But keys do a lot of things. Open, lock, switch. Some open one thing, some open everything. It sounds like Carithia made it to open. But it looks like you can use it to close. It may be that simple. It sure is pretty. I wish I could see through it.
You mentioned a Grey Warden who helped you start your studies?
Not any Grey Warden. The Grey Warden. The hero of Ferelden is a hero in Orzammar, too. It's incredible that someone like the hero of Ferelden would stop to help the little people. Literally.
You gave up so much. Left your home. Was it really that amazing?
Yes. I left my home and my family, but I knew... I just knew I could be more than a smith. I wish my people weren't stuck in the past, and I regret that my father couldn't imagine another life for me. But I don't regret what I did.
The Warden affected you in a special way.
Talk to anyone, they'll say the same. It was a dark time. There was one light. He saved us. He saved me.
Your years of study have paid off.
Oh yes, the mages said I brought a valuable perspective. I've even presented my work to the College of Enchanters. I wanted an exchange. The Surface could learn about lyrium smithing, and Orzammar would gain knowledge of magic. But now there's no college. And so far as the Shaper is concerned, I'm castless. So you're getting my best work, Inquisitor. Let's make some great stuff.
All right, rein it in. You have work to do.
Right, sorry. I get carried away when I think of it. Ready when you need me.
Okay. Let's craft some armor. Wow, that looks pretty fucking awesome. Look at that. It lets his horns come out as well. Cool. Anyway. Yep, that's about it. Okay. Cool. Battlemaster Arms. that. And we have that. Ooh. So now I equip the Mantle of Canos, which looked pretty shitty, I admit. Now we modify it. That looked pretty cool, but no. Do that. Do that. And no, they're pretty shitty. Cool. And we'll craft one more thing. I want this. Yes. The end game stuff will be the helmet and the mantle of the Inquisitor rather than Thanos. So we'll have helmet. What? Oh, you just said I could wear it. You fucking. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. I'll just fucking sell this then. Such a piss take that. I'm tinting my armour, you fuck off. I like Onyx, that's pretty cool. Blue looks pretty cool. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. Just double check. Yep, I think we'll go with that. Craft a weapon for him. So, it doesn't look like it can make that much more, to be honest. I mean... yeah, I need more leather. Oh, we'll get some more tomorrow. just going to change what... Yeah, get rid of that. So tomorrow we're going to do Cassandra's quest, then we're going to do the actual siege. So I'll see you guys then. See you later on.